Peon kills, now giving Moon level 5 on his Demon Hunter, which is just so good, and level 5 on the Beastmaster as well. Gonna need to get that Tinker back though, because that Tinker is so huge. I just don't think Grubby's got it out this expansion, and he's gonna be kicking himself when he realizes that this expansion's been up, but he still has such huge army that really there's so much Moon needs to do still. And Critical Strike actually gets a miss, so Moon surviving that one huge amount of damage that could have come out. Big there for Moon, but Grubby gonna come in and try and save his expansion, and this is much better position now for Grubby. He probably shouldn't have taken that last fight, but certainly he had such a huge army, you can understand why he wanted to. And this Beastmaster now getting surrounded, Cyclone going off on that Blade Master yet again, and actually Silence being used on the Demon Hunter, so he can't mana burn the Shadow Hunter. Nice choice there, and the Shadow Hunter almost level 6, but Critical Strike comes in, kills that Beastmaster, and Grubby's Blade Master just on a huge killing streak at this point. Moon now being forced to run away, doesn't have a TP. And this Demon Hunter is going to have to run out of here. Hex going off, but Moon now immediately cycloning the Blade Master, but immediately that cyclone is dispelled, and Grubby gets the Demon Hunter kill, and Moon now with no heroes, really not in a position he even slightly wants to be in now, and even the dots being silenced, so the escape can't be hampered, and it looks like these dots are going to manage to get home, but a couple of them will be lost, and Grubby actually going to continue to attack. Moon now getting his Tinker back from the altar, and not even going to have enough mana to put down a Pocket Factory quite yet. Going to need to use some Moon Walls to get that Pocket Factory out. And Moon now buying a potion of healing actually on his Tinker as well. He knows that this Tinker's going to have to do a whole lot of tanking, putting down this one Pocket Factory, and I'm a bit surprised he didn't put it more in here, but this Tinker just needs to get in the way now, and you can see these couple dots being caught a bit out of position, immediately being focused, but Grubby actually decided he could probably focus down this Tinker, uses a lot of Moon Juice already, has Moon's actually bought a Moonstone as well, which is a good choice, as soon as he's used a couple more Moon Wells, or the remaining Moon Wells, he should definitely use that, just to get that back as soon as possible. And you can see Moon's actually got that Moono upgrade, considering he does have that 100 soul and tier 3. That's a very nice choice actually for him, because that's just one of the best upgrades in the game, and it's actually quite cheap. And this Blade Master being forced to run back, but he is now level 7. Kodo actually it's there going off. Moon being caught a bit out of position. He thought that he was Grubby was running away, but a Critical Strike comes in, and Moon being forced to use his healing potion. But another Critical Strike comes in, and this Blade Master being forced to run away down to 70 hit points, and Moon not quite gonna be able to catch it. And Grubby now a bit on the run, but certainly still with a huge army, and just needs to heal it up a bit. And he can come and try and take another fight. You know, Moon only with 5 dots left, some of which are quite badly injured, and Moon using his Moonstone, and should use this, does use that Moon Wall Juice as well, so that all of the Moon Walls will be regenerating. But Grubby actually looks like he's not actually going back to heal. Very ambitious here played by Grubby. He's going to instead try and take down this Tree of Eternity. This will get him a lot of minerals from that pillage. But nice look at this Cyclone, and then silence on the wisp, so that they can't detonate and they can't repair. But these wisps, which weren't Cyclone, can detonate, and detonating on the Spirit Walkers is such a good choice. And it looks like that one wisp is being silenced as well. But Moon does come in with a significant army of level 5 the Demon Hunter as well, forcing Grubby to TP out. Fortunately, he has been buying these TPs, and it looks like Moon actually gonna get his Demon Hunter Hex at the last second, so he can't get any more kills, but he did get one Spirit Walker kill. And I'm just not sure if I think put down the Tree of Eternity is the best choice here for Grubby. He's actually now repairing his Great Hall, and this one actually not a big repair, but I think it's going to go down anyways, so repairing it would just be a bit of a waste of time. This expansion just mines so much for Moon though. And Beastmaster now being bought back at the tavern as well. Gonna need to get some mana back before he joins the battle, but Moon now needs to be so careful. You can see he's just so far behind. He just can't afford to be buying things like TPs. He just needs to be playing it so carefully. And his Demon Hunter now actually coming in with a TP, but so late. He could be caught a bit out of position here. And looks like Moon actually, yes, does get surrounded on his Demon Hunter. Gonna need to TP out there, and you can see Moon not taking any more damage than he needs to. And he knows. Oh, look at this! Oh wow! At the last second, Critical Strike goes off on that Tinker. Still only level 4. I mean, only level 4, but compared to the level 7 Blade Master. Oh my God, where's this Tinker going? Has Moon accidentally rallied it somewhere, or told it to put down a Pocket Factory just as he left? Maybe that was what happened. And fortunately, Moon does notice this and does need to get back and heal as soon as possible. Meanwhile, I'm not sure what happened to the Blade Master actually. Oh, Blade Master went shopping. Gonna buy another Scroll of Healing, and probably should buy a TP as well, just because he's been playing so riskily. and he's just been playing with such these aggressive strategies where he just tries to attack Moon. But and Grubby still with a couple expansions up, Moon meanwhile with 2 up as well, and now putting up some actually some rebuilding his Ancients of Wind. He does feel that he has enough income now that he can afford not to just be buying back his heroes constantly. Meanwhile, another engagement here, Moon taking a lot of damage on this Demon Hunter. Good, actually a critical strike goes off on this Demon Hunter now with a lot of trouble, and Moon meanwhile putting a lot of damage now on these Raiders. But it looks like Moon now in so much trouble, needs to run away. Does self 1 scroll of healing, nice ensnare being used, healing scroll being used as well, and this Demon Hunter just needs to run for it now, but nice ensnares by Grubby, down to 51 hit points, and this Demon Hunter might actually manage to get away. Nice staff at 10 hit points, and Moon manages to save that Demon Hunter, and that's just so big. And now Moon really gonna go on the offensive. Level 6 Shadow Hunter though, and this Blade Master is now running, knows that Moon had a TP to that Tree of Eternity, and is now going to go for the kill on the Demon Hunter. And the Moon probably is expecting this now because he saw the Demon Hunter run away, or the Blade Master run away, and the Demon Hunter does go down. And meanwhile, the dots are now going to chase down the remainders of Grubby's army. But with no Demon Hunter, the Elf army is just so much less effective. And Moon, I'm not sure that Pocket Fracture is actually going to have any effect on the game, but Moon actually a couple rally dots, getting a bit caught here. And this Blade Master, not enough mana for a Windwalk if he does get surrounded, but Critical Strike just takes out a dot in 1 hit. So big, and looks like that. These Raiders are going to be forced to run away, and Moon meanwhile continuing to lose a couple units, and just sort of the scrappy array from Grubby, just managing to pick down individual units and sort of run around a bit. And the Shadow Hunter now almost being surrounded, but Grubby just 2 on top of things this game, just being able to be aware of what Moon's trying, and even get the last head off on that 1 dot, and then still get out of there, and that's a level 6 Shadow Hunter. So we might be seeing big bad voodoo, though obviously there's so much Cyclone that maybe we won't be. Maybe we'll just be seeing level 3 Hex, which lasts for such a long time. It's just absolutely amazing how long it lasts for. And another critical strike there by Grubby, gets another dot kill, and then he just runs out of there. Almost a level 8 Blade Master at this point. And there's 2 Raiders now from Grubby, just putting up so much damage and being able to tank so much damage from these dots as well, which obviously have such low damage. And Grubby just comes in yet again, picks off a low dot, silences all the dots, and just be able to run rampant now. Without that, Demon Hunter Moon just not in a good position at all, and he just needs to have that out to be able to fight, but he just can't afford to be playing passively at this point as well. So Grubby really putting Moon in a really bad position, and even managing to ensnare and then focus out a couple more of these dots. And you can see he's even running these Raiders forward in the hopes of getting a couple more ensnares, but Moon 2 on top of things, getting a couple Cyclones off, but looks like he is going to lose a couple of these dots. Not too much he can do about that. You can see only has bought 1 staff, which is quite surprising because Moon quite the advocate of multi-staff play. But more ensnares going off. Moon's also like 5 dots or something here, and this Blade Master now being forced to. Oh, look at this! Moon's actually bought a couple mercs to try and do a bit of harassment. But now that these Blade Masters here, that's just going to be so annoying for Moon. He's going to probably lose those mercs, or at least take a lot of damage on them, and that's going to be a huge investment for nothing. And you can see Serpent Wards being used by the Shadow Hunter, who clearly has more skill points than he knows what to do with. The Spirit Walker's actually in a bit of a bad position, but Grubby again going for this Tree of Eternity, but Moon just trying to repair, getting those wisps immediately instead, bringing up all his wisps off gold to try and keep that alive, and that's just so important that he does. And just like Grubby does have this TP, which he is going to probably need to use quite soon. He does use the healing scroll as well. Looks like these wisps are actually being silenced as well, but I don't think it's likely that are going to detonate. And Grubby forced TP out. He did get a lot of gold from doing so much damage to that Tree of Eternity, but he did lose a couple Raiders. I think probably it wasn't worth it all in all. And Grubby now with his undefended expansion here, and looks like Grubby did manage to focus on the Ogre Mauler there, and actually got cycled by 1 escaping dot, and it was just going to hide in the back of the base. Hope he isn't noticing. Looks like he isn't, and that Blade Master is going to run back, try and meet up with the rest of his army. And these wisps running out from the space. Clearly Moon wants to scout out what's going on. He wants to know where the expansions are. Grubby taking another expansion, or taking that expansion yet again, and this Great Hall going to finally go down, probably because Grubby just doesn't have the support, is running his peons away to try and keep them alive, because obviously it is a considerable cost to rebuild all your peons, and plus it takes time during which you could be mining, and Grubby has more than enough places to be sending those peons. But look at this 1 wisp here is going to scout out this expansion immediately. Great map awareness as ever from Moon, and Sapphire Teleportation being passed to the Shadow Hunter so that Grubby can buy some more amazing items like Invuln Pots and Scroll of Healing for his Blade Master. And like these peons actually being cut out by Moon, and Grubby can split them up in the hopes of slowing down Moon slightly, and you can see that did have a small effect, and it's just going to delay this a bit. Grubby going for another counterattack. I think these are the right targets for Grubby, taking down things like Ancient of Winds, full moon wells. Those are just really the big targets that are so easy to take down, especially with two upgraded raiders. I think it'd be quite interesting actually if Grubby went for tier 3, considering he has such a huge economy. He could get the orb, he could get tiny great halls, he could get better Kodos, you know, he could get upgraded burrows, he could get just so many things, and looks like Grubby could just try and take down all of these Munos. We'll see if Grubby actually loses any units at all before he TPs away. More Serpent Wars being put down just to try and slow Moon down a bit, and also they do a bit of damage as well, which is nice, especially to dots. But it looks like Moon, or actually just Moon taking all that damage on his Demon Hunter, and the Serpent Wards, especially at level 1, are pretty good just to ignore. And ooh, look at this, a couple dots look like they were harassing here, but Grubby TP'd to this space, and so actually managed to take at least one dot down, as well as a couple wisps, but it looks like some summons as well now. And that's actually the type of thing that Moon doesn't want to be doing with such a small army compared to Grubby's huge army. Moon just doesn't have too many dots, and especially when they get cycloned, silenced, sorry, it just becomes so bad for them. This level 8 Blade Master trying to take down this Tinker as quickly as possible. Tinker does have a healing potion, and silence there, negating a lot of the dots. And it looks like this Tinker actually now had a lot of trouble. Does have that Tinker being focused down, and Moon now being forced to TP away with his Demon Hunter, and this Cyclone going off on one raider as well, just to try and keep them out of the battle at the end there. A little ping going off by the observers apparently, and these dots now flying around. Maybe this is how Moon got them caught out. If he's just been flying around dots trying to scout out, and you can see actually this is smart, scouting out all the expansions just to make sure that Grubby hasn't taken an island one or something like that, because this expansion has been up for so long, it's almost mined out, and Grubby has to be wondering how Moon has survived for so long. Moon putting down another Agent of War, but once Grubby scouted this out, Moon will have to cancel it. Hopefully, yes, Moon does cancel it, and Moon will have to get the detonate off here as well. And looks like Moon isn't going to get the detonate, but obviously it's a bit harder to detonate when you've been ensnared, but still isn't impossible. It's probably more that Moon's spending his APM on other things, and Ogre Muller, a good choice here. And look at these this is just so much high level heroes now from Moon. 555, you get 666. That's just so big. Obviously Metamorphosis is huge. 6 on the Beastmaster generally means you want to get your second or your third level Hawk, just because that thing's actually really useful, taking down burrows, and 6th level on Tinker, really useful as well, because you can get the Robo Goblin upgrade and try and base race the Orc, which is a really nice thing to do, and also it means you can't be hexed, and it just makes it a whole lot harder for Grubby to do anything against you. Grubby still with this expansion up, and going to lose this one though by the looks of things, and Grubby going to do a bit of harassment here, but the Tree of Eternity is going to be able to put down so much damage. Moon actually at 57 food compared to Grubby's 68, so Grubby still with a huge food advantage, though Moon obviously has a lot of tier 3 units, whereas Grubby basically is tier 2 units. Moon also has a third hero, whereas Grubby has higher level heroes, so sort of the efficiency of the food is quite debatable. I think it's probably a bit even. It's quite even at this point, because I think it's what 8-7 levels for heroes for Grubby. Yeah, 8-7 compared to 555. So I think that's sort of equal. Probably a bit better for Moon considering he's 555, but it's not too big a difference. I mean, while Moon TP's in here, you can see Grubby tried to get off a Staff of Silence to try and negate the Cyclone that would go off on those on the Raiders once the TP was complete, but he didn't quite manage it, and Moon did manage to get one Cyclone that could have been a lot worse probably, and Moon just gonna get this kill so easily, and you can see actually how long it takes down to take down just one Raider with 3 heroes and a whole bunch of dots, just because dots have such low DPS, and Moon meanwhile leaving one Pocket Factory here to try and do a bit more damage, but eventually it is taken down by those Raiders, and Grubby with just such nice multi-pronged attacks, gonna be able to take down the last building actually in Moon's original base, and Moon being, looks like Moon's actually lost this one mine as well to those Raiders as well. Sorry about that, but that just means that Moon just really could be forced to play so desperately at this point. Moon down to only one mine, whereas Grubby does have 2 mines going at this point, and looks like Moon actually catching these Raiders out. That's really bad for Grubby. He's been playing really nicely actually with these Raiders so far, but this one staff coming in, it's the Shadow Hunter actually, that's quite interesting, but looks like he is going to use that just to get heals as opposed to try and just do some direct attacks, but the Blade Master will be able to run in quite quickly obviously with the Windwalk, and actually I'd forgotten that Grubby had passed the Staff of Teleportation to the Shadow Hunter earlier, and it looks like the sort of huge army for Moon is going to run in, but Grubby just has such a big army. It is a bit damaged, and he does have a lot of Fairy Fire already cast on the Raiders, but it's just so big at this point that Grubby's really gonna have a lot of trouble. You can see Moo actually putting down this one pocket factory here, even though he knows an engagement is about to start, because he just wants to do some damage to the economy, and then he can get out of here eventually. But and he does have the TP on the Beastmaster. Obviously, he has enough money, he has enough economy that he can afford to be doing things like that. But at this point, really, he should probably have to stop doing things like that, because he has lost one of his mines, and Moo forcing Grubby back. But Grubby knows he doesn't have to engage in this situation, just because